boy. Here's a story for you. I remember I was sitting around, I was pending a divorce, and the divorce finally came through. And I started to talk to Marie. Now, we were not a romantic item then. I was starting to have feelings for her, but I didn't tell her that. Anyway, I subsequently went to a convention. We went to a couple of places. This is when we went to the road shows. One was in Atlanta and one was in Charlotte. I was going to ask you to dinner, but I didn't want to make the mistake of asking you to dinner the first night because I was going to mess it up. So I waited until the third night. The third night came, and I said to her, Marie, I need to talk to you. She said, what did I do wrong? She thought she was out of compliance with the company, but she was not out of compliance. She never did anything wrong. And I said, I don't want you to think that you did anything wrong. I just simply want to ask you to dinner. She was shocked. You want to ask me to dinner? Sure, I'll go to dinner with you. We went to dinner, we were in the hotel. Everything cost 6 arms and a leg, but I didn't care because I wanted to take her to dinner. Went to a nice restaurant. I looked at the menu. I said, man, this place is expensive. But we went to a nice restaurant. She had the salmon, and I had the steak, and I ordered a nice bottle of wine. It was my chance to get my Mac on, but she shut me down. She told me, I'm really not looking for a relationship right now. And I said, okay. We still had a nice dinner, and then I walked her back to the elevator bank. I paid for the meal. I didn't even look at what the meal cost. I just put my credit card in the compartment, gave it, told the lady to take 20% off. It was a nice touch. Anyway, I walked Marie back to the elevator bank, and I kissed her on her forehead. She said she melted when I did that. Anyway, she went back upstairs to her friends because they were sharing a room at the convention, and I was the topic of discussion. Anyway, the next day was Marie's birthday. It was October 7th. It was her birthday. So she went to California, where she spent the day in California. Meanwhile, I was in Nevada, going through some training that I felt I needed. And she called me, unexpectedly called me in the afternoon. And I answered the phone. I said, hello? She said, yeah, it's me. I said, oh, that's a nice surprise. Yeah, you were the topic of discussion, I have to tell you. I said, really? Yeah, I've been thinking about what you talked about. And I've decided maybe we ought to give this thing a try. Really? So I said to her, I said, well, when are you going to be back in Wilmington, North Carolina? Because I'm in Columbia, South Carolina. That means I have to drive to where you are. I'll be back on Monday. That's good. Then I'll see you Tuesday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Moving fast. She said, wow, okay. I traveled to Wilmington, North Carolina, and we've been together ever since. I subsequently decided that Columbia, South Carolina, I didn't want to be there anymore. So I wanted to take my Great Dane, and I went and picked up my Great Dane, Big Dog. big puppy. And I took my Great Dane to the airport. And we flew for free, as big as he was. Months later, we flew for free to Nevada. And long trip. We got to Nevada. I got to the apartment, and they told me, they said, well, your dog is bigger than 40 pounds. We don't know if we can put the dog in the apartment. Excuse me, he's a service dog. Oh, he's a service dog. Well, in that case, we can't refuse you. I know. So I go to a 3-bedroom apartment, and I had no furniture. I had no vehicle. I had to travel by Uber to the hotel where we stayed before we came to the apartment. So now I walk into this empty apartment, and I have no furniture and no food. I don't even have dog food. I had to order dog food, and I had to buy some ramen and hot dogs that I lived on for 30 days. Furthermore, in this empty apartment, I had no bed. I had no air mattress. I didn't have anything but my jacket, which I balled up and used as a pillow to rest my head in my office. Titan, my Great Dane, looked at me and was like, man, what did you bring me into? Anyway, it was just he and I. I got dog food for him, and I had ramen and hot dogs for me. Marie was not here yet. Marie came here, I arrived here January. Marie got here in August. I paid for Marie's furniture, paid for her car to be here, paid for my car, and paid for my furniture to be here. Money on top of money on top of money. But that's what I wanted. So I slept on the floor of my office with no blanket, no pillow, no sheet, just my jacket as a pillow for 30 days at 61 years old. So people talk about challenges. I had multiple sclerosis, and I'm sleeping on the floor with no cover for 30 days. Yeah, we had to dig down a little bit, but we got through it. And I wanted to share that story with you because, first of all, it's a true story. Second of all, this is the office we slept in. Obviously, I have a chair now, I have a desk, I have books, I have all the trappings of a home. Didn't know I was going to have that when the situation, when I was going through it, but sometimes you go through things and you have a choice whether you're going to go through them or you're going to quit. And quit's not a part of my DNA. That's another story that I wanted to share with you. Hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. Please like the video. It helps the algorithm. You see, I got my son, this teacher.